One, go. Alright, everyone, welcome to episode 5 of Speedy Film Watcher. So, we have our guest star Flood here, and he's joining us to talk about this epic movie. Do you want to talk about any other random nonsense beforehand? Because I love doing that.
Would that give you guys more time to look at the Wikipedia page for What Flew Over the Cuckoo? Because if you want, I can think of a bunch of shit that we can talk about.
Like World of Warcraft, I need to level up my move.
Yeah, you do.
Warcraft
You want to talk about
sucks.
fucking moves bullshit cow character for a half hour so you can memorize the wiki page on Jack Nicholson?
Nah, seriously though, I'm just
already,
gonna go.
This episode's already worse than the last one. God damn it! I think
I'm just gonna jump straight into this. We can't.
Okay.
Hold on, is somebody talking to me?
Let's just.
Sorry, Dad. I'll be careful.
Oh no! This episode's already a train wreck. Okay.
All right.
We watched One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Well,
and it was awesome.
let's talk about the story for that a bit.
The story, okay. Yeah, it's a guy. He's in a mental institution.
So Jack Nick.
And it's a slice of life movie, just around his life in the mental institution. Okay. What do we all think of this? Because this movie's great.
It's one of the best movies I've seen in a long, long time.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah,
it really shows
no
how
whatsoever, so that makes sense. Unless it's cave shit.
Fuck off, retard. I've seen lots of movies.
True.
It really shows how you've seen
30 to 100, which is like nothing.
It won't necessarily be what you want because, yeah, you can pretend you're somebody else, but at the end of the day, if you want to avoid being somebody else, you have to be you. And that's what this movie's portraying.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'll explain. So this movie is about a guy who pretends he's mentally disabled so that he can be free from his jail cell. But instead that ends going wrong and he ends up being in a mental institution and he can't get out because they actually think he's mentally disabled, and every time he tries to convince them, they're just more convinced that he's insane.
Okay, I don't think it was ever confirmed that he was pretending to be mentally ill. I think they alleged that when they moved him from the work farm to the mental institution, but I don't know that that was ever confirmed. Second of all, as we saw throughout the movie, if you ever even watched it, which I don't think you have,
with my dad.
No, he could have left that mental institution anytime he wanted. In fact, he did several times.
Yeah, but he kept being sent back.
No, he enjoys the mental institution.
He went back intentionally.
Because he had to bring them back.
He didn't have to bring anybody back. He didn't have to bring them back,
otherwise they would have thought that, they'd escaped and they would have sent people.
They did escape!
Well, he did.
They all did! They all escaped, and they all could have left, and they all could have went their separate ways. They could have kept on sailing with that boat. They could have landed it somewhere super, super far away from the mental institution. They could have all reintegrated into society. They could have crossed the border into Canada. You never would have seen them again, right? Instead, they did the fishing trip. They caught some fish. They chose to come back. They didn't have to do that. They could have had Candy and that other stupid whore pick them up in a car and drive them across the border. They could have taken them all across the border. And then towards the end of the movie, when Billy offed himself, McMurphy could have left. He could have slipped out the window. It was open. Both him and the chief could have left. Everybody could have left. During that commotion, everybody was like, oh my God, Billy killed himself. Ah! They could have went out the window and they would have been gonzo. But McMurphy wanted to check on his friend. He chose to stay. McMurphy is a wily, crafty guy, and he could have been gonzo at any time.
Because he was never stuck to be there. Gonzo.
He even climbed over the fence. You remember when well, obviously you don't remember because you didn't watch the movie.
Yeah, I did. When he got the guy to piggyback him, then he got over the fence.
Right, he climbed up on the chief's back, went over the fence, and hopped on the bus and drove around. He could have left.
Went to the fishing.
That was like minimum security. The minimumist of minimum security. Nobody's keeping McMurphy at a mental institution if he doesn't want to.
I feel like there were only 3 people looking after that mental institution.
And I think the biggest person was Nurse Ratched. She just kept contradicting every time he wanted to do something for the people. She just like, no, I have final say. It's my ward, and I'm going to do it. And
I'm tired. Shut up, Bamchini.
Well, I don't think. Maybe this is a controversial opinion, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I honestly don't think that Nurse Ratched is that bad. I didn't think she was that bad.
I agree.
I think most of you didn't even watch the movie. Shut up. I think most
oh my God, Crisco. No, we're not blowing accusations. Oh my gosh.
I think most of the things that she said or that she did was not completely unreasonable. Like, for example, the idea that you don't want to let McMurphy run the ward. It is her ward. It's not his. He's a patient there. He doesn't get to make up the rules. It was very kind of her to allow him to initiate this vote over whether or not, they were going to watch the World Series. That was a kindness on her part. She could have shut that shit down immediately. She could have said, no, fuck off, retard. We're not going to watch the World Series. You're going to sit here and eat applesauce and take medicine all day. You're fucked, dude. You're in a mental institution. This isn't a vacation. But she's nice enough to tell all the patients, you know what, you want to vote on it? Okay. I think maybe it was a little bit of a bitch move when he finally got the 9 votes. Everybody put their hands up in the air, and then she said, oh no, you got to count all those retards in the back too. They had no idea what was going on. Later, when he was telling the warden of that place, what was it he said? He said, she's not honest. She likes a rigged game. He had a point there, but I mean, she could have shut that vote down at any time to begin with. I think she just didn't see it going that way. She thought she had more control over those guys. And then they stood up for their desire to watch the World Series, and she's like, fuck. Oh, we can't let this happen. So that was a little bit shifty, but I mean, I don't think she's as bad as people make her out to be, personally.
Yeah, she's not the antagonist.
Fucking mom's calling.
She's a little bit of an she's a little bit of an antagonist, but
she's definitely the antagonist.
But she's not the antagonist. You know who's
she
antagonist?
Is. She is the antagonist.
What about that doctor that executed Bamchini?
What doctor?
The one that was like, shut up, Bamchini. Or
no, that was I think when he was getting electric shocked.
No, he's like, I'm tired.
Yeah, that's because he was shocked up in the frontal lobe.
Oh.
From the electroshock therapy.
Oh,
they targeted the front 2.
So they shocked him to the point where he died.
Yeah.
Bastards. Anyway.
I don't remember Bancini dying at any point.
Yeah, you're right.
No, it was the other guy.
That just would have been a nice expansion to the story, but oh dear.
So you're just making shit up that didn't happen in the movie? Is that what this is?
No. Just call it a director's cut.
Where is your proof that you've actually seen this movie? I want you to tell me about this movie. Tell me something that I wouldn't find on a Wikipedia page.
I am not on Wikipedia. I'm on the other site, the better site.
Okay.
I'm on IMDb. Ooh, wow. Did not know that. Let's see here.
Yeah. Okay. Let's be real here.
Yeah, let's be real. Peter Afro shouldn't be on the fucking phone right now during his 5th episode of his podcast. He invites us all onto his fucking channel. We're going to talk about movies, right?
And I lost the plot.
Talking about fucking doing laundry with his fucking co-eds or whatever the shit. What the hell, Peter? Tell me about the movie.
Ooh. Did you notice that there was a character error?
No.
Okay.
I didn't notice that there was a character error. I've never read the book.
That was the
That was the
voting
first time I've
issue.
seen the movie. What do you think the error is?
It was the one where they did the vote when he was about to win.
Oh, okay, what is the error?
It said 10-9, the vote. Well, it was actually 10-8.
What is this, trivia?
Yeah, no, it was the goose.
It doesn't matter.
Yes. Apparently, they place bets with cigarettes.
Yeah.
Apparently, you would know if you'd watched the movie.
No, I just mean they place bets with cigarettes because they
Did
place
they?
bets with cigarettes in cards. Yeah.
Are you sure that's what they did?
Yes. Yes, I am.
I'm backing that.
The guy's like, all right, all bets are placed, and like they're just putting cigarettes down. And I believe this is after the nurse choked.
Which nurse do you think choked somebody?
No. She didn't choke anyone, but she was choking to death.
What makes you think that any nurse was? No, don't say anything. I want to hear this from you. What makes you think that any nurse was being choked, or choking on anything, or choking in any way?
She was coughing like crazy.
When?
She was lying on the floor. About 2 hours in. There was blood on the floor after she left.
That was when Billy was
Oh my God, Pat, come on, son. We're about to expose Moo for the fact that he hasn't seen this movie, and you're giving him all the answers to everything.
Thanks for the answers, by the way. Not really.
No, yeah, really, because you have no idea what happened. All right, I'm gonna be honest. Peter's podcast sucks. He's on the phone. He's not paying attention. Fuck this. I'm going back to WoW. Y'all can kiss my ass.
All right. Let's be real. Let's actually. I just want to clarify. Oops, I closed the tab. Okay, Fudd. What do we want to do?
Okay, this is weird. Peter just kind of got up and left his own show.
Yeah, should we call this episode 0? Does this episode exist?
Jeez.
Yo, what picture's that? Oh no, it's just a bloody helmet, dude. I can't even read his name. Jump up. Boner storm. Alright. Fudd.
Yeah?
Let's be real here. We need to actually watch a film.
I did.
No, I mean we need to actually make Peter watch the film. Even if it doesn't exist. Okay, let's talk about the Prestige. Just temporarily. I know we talked about it last week, but it wasn't really a discussion. It was more like a tiny segment. Anyway, what I think of the Prestige is that really it's more. The opening delves into the darker side of magic with the non-diegetic sound of a narrator explaining there are 3 parts to every magic trick. Which is the opening, the disappearance, and then bringing the object back. That's the conclusion. But the third part in this opening goes terribly wrong. Where you see somebody placed a water tank underneath a trap door. And that trap door had nothing under it until one man moved a tank underneath. Yeah. Are you still on the phone?
What pan are you talking about? I'll put the pork chops on, but they're not even thawed yet. I don't care. The oven is on.
My apologies for the phone call. Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did I miss? That was bad. That was a 10-minute call. This is worse than episode 4. Okay. So, alright, so Fudd and Move are in the call. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a wheel decide which one of you two is gonna pick for next week. Hopefully we'll finally get back on track. Let's get something like the first 3 episodes. Those were good. 4 and 5 are just terrible. I want this podcast to get back on track.
Well, we can get it back on track.
We can.
Oh dear.
A lot of shit like that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
National Treasure Part 2. I saw the first one as a kid. I haven't seen the sequel. I think I heard it's just the same as the first.
I haven't seen any of the National Treasure movies.
Ooh, National Treasure. Seen both.
Okay,
well,
so
you're
what
lucky.
I'm going to do, alright, I'm going to spin this wheel. Alright,
spin the wheel.
Alright, so next to be picked will be Move Landrone.
Oh my god, really?
Yep, that's what the wheel said. If you don't have any, we can just move to Fudd.
Huh. Can I make it a movie from... Oh wait, no, because the Doctor Who movies are just... Wait, there's only one Doctor Who movie.
The what?
Technically, yes. Technically, no. I've seen both. The 50th anniversary TV special movie, and then the 1990
the one with Paul McCann.
Yep, so Paul McCann.
What is it?
The Doctor Who, the movie.
Doctor Who, the movie. I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, episode 5 did not exist. Episode 5, the real episode 5 is next week, same time.
No, the episode 5 happened. It's terrible. It's just as bad as Nah, this is the worst episode so far.
No, this isn't episode 5. This is episode 0.
I never participate in this podcast again. Ripperoonie. Whatever. It's probably gonna be a lot. Who knows? It might end up
reason
being
being,
better.
It just...
So, next week we're going to talk about Doctor Who, the movie.
Half of y'all don't even watch the thing. Fair enough. I'm sorry, Crisco. I let you down.
Reminder I have seen. Oh my god.
Reminder,
Wait,
just
there's
because
apparently a
you've
bunch
seen
of
a movie
Doctor Who
doesn't mean you've seen it this week.
Wait, which Doctor Who movie do we have to watch?
It is the one starring Paul
oh my
I
god,
have it in
so
my
many.
library. Let me
The one starring Paul McCann that I have on DVD. The one where at the end is like, time.
Because there's like,
time.
I looked up
Okay.
Doctor Who on Letterboxd and there's like a million of these. Like 34.
Well, okay. Movie.
Oh,
It's,
yeah, my mom was calling. What are you gonna do? Mom, fuck off. I have a
1996?
podcast? No, that's fucking retarded. I'm sorry. That's what's bad
1996?
RNG.
Yep.
So what kind of bullshit did you make up, Move? Or I can just watch the pod.
Yeah, pretty much it was just stuff about the movie. I don't know. I didn't make anything up. At least I...
So which
you know
Doctor
what?
Who movie
I
are
did.
you picking? Or are you gonna pick something else?
I attempted to tell the story of the movie, but I got everything wrong, so I made it up, pretty much.
Okay. A bunch of autists starts a podcast.
Oh, no, man. This is what happens when two members, including the host,
the first
don't
3
watch
episodes
the
were
movie.
actually good. Never forget the first 3 episodes. I think the moment B-Hill comes back, it's probably gonna end up being good.
Yeah, because B-Hill's actually gonna set us straight. He'll be like, fucking watch the movie!
Alright, so wait. Which Doctor Who movie are you watching?
Okay, Peter Afro, the 1996 one.
Alright, let me try to figure out which one's that one. 1996. So just alright.
Paul McGann as the Doctor with Eric
I found it on Letterboxd. Okay. I now know which one we're watching. Alright, this episode was terrible. Let's make episode 6, the return to form. Alright. So I am ending this episode right now. See you next week. We talk about the 1996 Doctor Who movie. Oh my god. Alright. End the recording.